It's 1729, and Irishmen had attempted to publish a news article as to why eating babies will solve their food shortage. Meanwhile, across the continent, roughly 50 years later, a group of men have sent a hate letter to their local coffee shop complaining about the prices of their tea. Oh wait, it's actually The Modest Proposal, a sarcastic book meant to represent the British, and the Declaration of Independence, a glorified hate letter sent to the British Parliament and British King. Alright, so why am I here? Well, it's because the Declaration of Independence made by Thomas Jefferson and A Modest Proposal made by Jonathan Swift have essentially the same type of audience, same historical context, and same message. However, both of these texts have completely different ways of convening these messages. Okay, let's backtrack again. It's 1729. The Irish are starving. They've been under British rule for years. You'd think that its close proximity to England and the British mainland would have them with almost similar rights. Well, if you thought that, you're absolutely wrong. The Irish were a little more than just a dominion, and basically had almost no say in its internal politics and policies. And a man by the name of John Swift did not like that. So, he tried to make the people more angrier and have something to rally against by suggesting sarcastically that the Irish should eat their own babies. Shocking, I know. Swift mostly made the book A Modest Proposal to highlight how foreign and unproductive the British politics are in Ireland, and how they have no concerns over the culture of Ireland. He hoped that the Irish people would use this to justify that the British have no idea what they're doing, and the British to realize that they are just a bunch of big buffoons. Now, let's look across the Atlantic, towards the 13 colonies. Now, officially, the 13 colonies were founded in 1607 and had grown gradually as a colony. That was mostly removed from British politics, prosecutions, and taxes. However, after the 7 Years' War ended in 1763, the British were broke and needed some cash easily, and then looked at the Americas for easy profits. However, the colonists were not happy about the new taxations, and have stated that they have attempted to petition the British Parliament many times, and had all ended in failure. And so they started to revolt. The Congress of America was formed, and then sent their official hate letter to the British Empire, the Declaration of Independence, mostly made by Thomas Jefferson. They painted the British as an evil empire that did not care for its civilians in America, and that it's their right to overthrow that evil empire. They tried to rally more people behind their cause, but also attempt to gain some sympathy from the British Parliament due to the fact that the Declaration of Independence was mostly attacking the British King George V. Now, the Declaration of Independence and A Modest Proposal basically had the same audiences, civilians that they were trying to rally against the British, and of course the British themselves. They had the same context, being exploited by the British, with minimal to non-existent representation. And finally, they had the same message. The British were just a bunch of stinky, idiotic fools who did not have the right to govern themselves because they did not listen to their own citizens. Now, the proposal was using sarcasm and sass to show that the British had no clue what they were doing in Ireland, while the Declaration is just straightforward, telling what's wrong and then calling the British an evil empire and something that is against the people of America. Now, if you're wondering which Paphos method is better, listing the reasons as to why somebody's bad and then calling them evil versus using sarcasm to get people to realize they're wrong, well,